Hey you guys, so today's video is going to be a review on the My Makeup Brush oval brushes. This is not sponsored. They did send me these brushes, but they didn't ask me to do any kind of video or review or anything like that. I just got these in the mail. I I chose the ones that I wanted like I think maybe 2 months ago, and I totally forgot about it, and they just arrived yesterday. So it was kind of a surprise, and I figured that it'd be interesting to do a review on these because these are said to be dupes of like those super expensive Artiste brushes, which I've always wanted to try, but I don't think I could ever drop that much money on a makeup brush. So I thought it'd be interesting to try all of them, or at least most of them, on my face and tell you guys what I think about them, because these are really intriguing. They look like hairbrushes or toothbrushes, but we're gonna try this on the face, see how it works. So I chose the 10-piece black and gold set, and this is $40. I think we have like 4 brushes that look like they might be used for the face. I'm not sure how I'm going to use these yet. I guess as I'm going, I'm just going to kind of wing it and see what works. And then, oh my god, do you hear that? These are loose already. Okay, so 2 of these are already becoming loose. Oh, damn it! Of course! They're really cheaply made, in case you guys were wondering. So I'm just going to start with foundation, and I'm going to use my L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I'm going to just pump this out on the back of my hand. This one's the most dense, so I'm going to use this one for foundation. I'm just going to pick it up like that and just start. I haven't really watched any videos on how to use these or anything, so I have no idea. I'm just going to kind of buff it in circular motions. By the way, my eyelids are stained from my pink eyeshadow I wore yesterday, if you were wondering. So far I'm not noticing any streaking or anything, which is nice. But this one is like a really good size for getting over the eyelids and to any nooks and crannies that you need to. I don't feel like it's soaking up too much of the product either. Like I only pumped out 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I still have quite a bit left over. By the way, I'm sure you guys know this if you've been watching my channel for a while, but if you're new, I hate foundation brushes. Like, I will always use the Beauty Blender. The only foundation brush that I use is the Smith Cosmetics 115. Other than that, I just really don't like foundation brushes most of the time. So if I like this, it's gonna be kind of impressive. Okay, so far I'm not noticing any streaking. It looks good. This is weird. I was not expecting to like this. Alright, but I think it might have soaked up just a little bit of foundation, because usually 2 pumps covers my face, but I think I need 1 more. So I'm just gonna apply 1 more on the back of my hand, pick some up, and apply it in some areas that I feel need a little more help. So far I'm mainly just worried about like breaking these handles apart. I wish they were just one solid piece. Oh no, I heard a crack. Did you hear that? Oh, damn it, perfect timing. I feel like it's already starting to like break apart. I don't know how long these are gonna last. Alright, so that's 3 pumps of the foundation. I think it looks pretty good. It did soak up a little bit, but there's no streaks, no like splotchiness. It looks decent, I'm not gonna lie. Just wanted to zoom you guys in a little bit so you could see what it looks like. I'm not noticing any shedding, I don't think. I think this does a pretty good job of buffing it in. My skin looks pretty nice. So I think for concealer, this is the one that I'm going to use. This is the one that has a squeaky loose handle, so we're going to see how that works. I'm going to use more of a thicker concealer. So this is the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer Cream in the color L5. Just going to apply this right under my eyes. I don't know how long this is going to take to blend out, so I'm going to do the rest of my face with the concealer later. Oh, this is weird. I don't remember the last time I used a brush to blend out my under eye concealer. It does get up really nice in that inner corner area. It's actually not doing a bad job. Like, it looks pretty good. And I usually hate brushes in that area, like I mentioned before. Alright, so I'm going to use a little bit more of this to go down my nose to highlight, like I usually do. And then a little bit around my nostrils, wherever I had any redness. This guy that just popped up overnight. Welcome to the family. And then a little bit on my chin and the forehead, and I am going to put a little bit on my lids just to try to get rid of that pink. I don't think it's happening, but... So this is looking a little bit streaky on my nose. Just going to buff out the edges. Okay, it looks pretty good when you like spend a little bit extra time buffing it out. And this is a good shape and size to get right around those nostrils too. So here's what my face looks like with the concealer on. I didn't get any shedding with this brush either. It looks pretty good. What do you guys think? So I'm going to use just a tad of this Anastasia concealer in the shade 0.5. I have those dark circles that are just right directly under my eyes. I'm just going to dip this into the concealer and then buff this right in that inner corner. This is an even thicker concealer than that last one that I used, so okay, that actually worked pretty well. just applied a tiny bit under that inner corner. I think I'm going to do some cream contour, and I'm going to use this cream contour that I've been using pretty often recently. This is a Skin Sculpting Wand by Ofra. It's in the shade Sunset. So I'm just going to apply this with the wand, like so, just a tiny bit because I don't want to go overboard. And then I think I'm going to use this guy. It's really dense. It feels like the foundation brush, but just a lot smaller. So I'm just going to rub this in. Circular motions. And then I'm just going to take this and apply it on my forehead as well and just buff this in circular motions. I really, you guys, I swear I thought by now I would like dislike most of these brushes, but so far I like the face ones, not gonna lie. Alright, so now we're gonna do powder. I'm actually going to take that same concealer brush and use this to set my under eye. I feel like there's a brush bristle on my chin, but there's not. What is that? So for powder, I'm going to use the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder. Just dip this brush into it a little bit, tap off the excess. I'm just going to dab this right underneath there. Even though there was a cream product on this brush before, we're still going to try the powder with this. Alright, so now we're going to move on to this guy. This is the largest one. And I'm just going to take some of that powder. I'm just going to kind of take that much. I tried to tap off a lot of the excess, but I'm just going to kind of pat this all over my face. And I usually don't powder all over my face, but just for the sake of this video, I think I'm going to do some cream, or not cream, but powder contouring too. And I'm going to use that foundation brush, even though I just used it for a cream product. We're going to see how it works for powder contour. So I'm just going to dip this in a little bit of NYX taupe. I'm kind of scared because I feel like this is going to be way too pigmented. I don't really see much showing up actually, so I'm going to get a little bit more, but it could be because I use this for cream foundation in the beginning, so next time I'll use this without foundation on it. Alright, well I'm just going to move on to highlighter. I think I'm going to use this one. This is the Baked Highlighter by Dose of Colors, and this is the color Pearl Dust. I haven't used this for a while. It's really, really pretty. I don't know what brush I'm going to use. I feel like all of these are so dense that this is just going to like pack the highlighter on in a weird looking stripe. I'm just going to take the tip of this brush, like the very top right here, dip it into that highlight. You can kind of see it at the top there, and just run this along my cheekbone. It's not bad, but these are definitely not like the best kinds of brushes to use for this, but you can still make it work. So now I'm going to apply some blush, and I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Sweet. It's a pink with some gold reflex to it. And I'm going to use this medium-sized brush. It's a little bit smaller than the powder brush I used. It actually feels a lot more dense than I usually like for blush brushes, so hopefully it doesn't just pack this color into one tiny little circle on my face. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a lot, so I'm just going to dust a little bit off on the palm of my hand, and then pat this onto my cheeks. Oh, that applied way too much. Damn it! I'm overwhelmed. Oh my god. I look insane. Abort! I'm going to take this larger powder brush and just kind of try to blend this out a little bit. Okay, that's not so bad, but I do not like that brush for blush. I'm going to move on to my brows now. There are these 3 little brushes that are flat, and this one is too thick for a brow. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. Oh, maybe it would be for like nose contouring if you do that. I don't. And then there's these 2 little brushes. They're about the same width, but I think I'm going to use this one just because the shape looks more like a brow brush to me. And then the powder that I'm going to use is this Chocolate Brow Powder Duo by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Just going to take that brush, kind of stamp it in there. I have no idea how this is going to work. The bristles kind of have a lot of give to them, so I feel like this isn't going to be as precise as I like. Okay, so I think I'm done with my brows. I'm just gonna give up now. Like, I feel like this took so long to do them. They look okay, but this is just definitely not precise enough for me. And it was really hard for me to try to get these even though it always is hard for me to get my brows even, but especially with this brush. So now we're gonna move on to the eyes. So we have this brush that I used for the concealer and the face powder, and then we have these 2 other flat brushes that I just showed you guys, and then the other 2, the last 2, are these weird little circular ones. They're pretty much exactly the same, except this one is flat and this one is rounded. I think I'm just going to do like a neutral matte look, and I'm going to use the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. I'm going to go in with this lid color up here on that flat round brush, and just going to use this to set that lid. I'm going to switch to this brush actually. I feel like this will cover more ground. This is definitely better for a lid color though. Like, you can just do it really quickly. All right, so I got the lid color down. Now I'm gonna go in with a crease color. I have no idea what brush to use for this. I guess I'll go back in with this flat one, this flat round, and I'll use this color down here. Just gonna kind of sweep this into the crease. I'm kind of looking downward so I can see my crease a little bit better. Just gonna kind of windshield wipe it back and forth. Okay, this is definitely difficult. God, I don't know how anyone uses these. Maybe it's something you get the hang of, like the more you use it, but it's just kind of awkward for me. I can't for the life of me get the right shape down, so I feel like that looks kind of wonky, but I'm going to take this brush again, just go over it to blend it out. Alright, good enough. Whatever, it's not going to get any better than that. I'm going to take this slightly darker brown, and this is on the round brush. And I'm just going to apply this in the very outer portion. And I'm just like kind of wiggling it back and forth to blend. I'm just going to blend it over onto the lid a little bit, and then I'm just going to go back over that with the tip of this blending brush. Yeah, I don't think I could ever get used to these brushes for the eyes. I just don't think I could do it. So I'm going to apply an inner corner highlight, but I feel like the only brushes that would be good for that are these little round ones that I already put dark eyeshadow on. So I'm just going to kind of try to get rid of that dark shadow that's on there. And then I'm just going to dip this into the white, tap off the excess. Oh no, the brushes are coming out. Or the bristles are. There's one little shedding guy. Alright, just gonna pack this into the inner corner. Okay, so this isn't bad at packing on the inner corner highlight. I actually kind of like how it like simultaneously blends it out at the same time. I'm going to take the same little rounded brush that I just used, and I'm going to extend the colors that I used in the crease down underneath my lower lash line. So I'm going to start with this transition color. I'm always looking for brushes that fit really well underneath here, so we're going to see. Oh, I kind of like this. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to go in with this medium-sized flat brush, and I'm going to use this with the darker brown, and I'm going to use this to stamp it right underneath my lower lashes. Kind of wiggle it across. Ooh, that looks good too. Alright, I'm not mad at this. These two actually worked really well underneath the eyes, so I think that that's what I'm going to use these for. Should I use one of these for eyeliner? I'm kind of scared. I'm going to use the brow brush that I used for some gel liner, and we're going to see how this works. This is the Maybelline Gel Studio Liner, I think. I can already tell this is not going to end well. Like, this is just not a precise enough, sharp enough brush for this. Just gonna pray. Alright, Jesus, take the wheel. Okay, starting with the outer wing. Oh my god, this is turning into a disaster. It doesn't give you a fine enough line, so I feel like I'm like destroying it. I want to give up. I'm just going to zoom you guys in. I've been working on my liner for like 5 minutes and I just don't want to continue. From afar, this one looks okay, and then you get up close and you can see like, what the hell is that? This one is just, no. Okay, so I just had to apply some liquid liner over that. It ended up a lot thicker than I intended on it, but I had to cover up all of my mistakes and regrets. And I'm going to apply some falsies now. These are just the House of Lashes Iconics. Alright, got the lashes on. Look at how crazy my baby hairs are. Oh god, the blonde is coming through. Alright, so the only thing I have left to do is lips, and I'm scared to use one of these brushes for that. I'm just going to use a neutral liquid lipstick, and this is Babe Alert by Smashbox. It's one of their always on liquid lipsticks. I'm going to apply it with this flat rounded brush, and I'm just going to take the wand, get whatever is on there. Okay, so I think this is as good as I'm going to get with the lipstick. It's actually not bad. I think it looks pretty good, but I am going to have to go over it with the wand just to get it perfect. Okay, you guys, so that is it. I think I'm all done using these brushes. I used every single one of them except for this large flat one. So overall, I think it turned out a lot better than I was expecting. I mean, as far as like the face brushes go, they really surprised me. This foundation brush, I know I'm definitely going to keep using. This one I really liked for cream contouring. It blended it out really nicely. And then I did like this one for concealer as well. It's a really nice shape. I did not like the blush one. I really liked this one for like really up close near the lower lashes. And then I did like these for like the inner corner highlight and then the lower lash line, but I did not like any of these brushes for the lid, the crease blending, anything like that, and I didn't like any of them for brows. And then for lips, I mean, I'm just not going to use them for lips. They weren't terrible, but would I repurchase this with my own money for $40? I don't think so. I think that I would only purchase these individually if I could. They're obviously not very well made, so I don't know how long these are gonna last. I'm not sure if they're worth the $40. Once again, this wasn't sponsored or anything in any way like that. I just like trying out these new things that I've been like intrigued by, and I thought that you guys would enjoy this too. So if you guys want to know any more about the products or the company or whatever, I will link this down below in the description box if you want to check it out. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!